Alright, this is the Eutectic+Castolin 27 unboxing. I did previously record this, but I felt like I did a terrible job, and I kind of stumbled over everything. So, without using the back-facing camera, we can see this better. Still hard to read, but principal applications: sealing layer on oil-soaked cast iron, casting defects. Other uses: oxidized cast iron furnace equipment. EutecTrode 27 AC DC electrode. Identification: primary tack tip, secondary white. Maximum bonding to difficult cast irons. Some of this is rubbed off over time. It's hard to read. Uses: something all cast iron repair, welding not requiring machinable weld metal. Also ideal for machine bases, pulleys. That word's hard to read. Something cylinders, supports. I think that's what it says. SUPPONS? I think it said supports at one point. Another structural castings. Used for all types of sections, thick or thin, and for joining cast iron to steel. Unusual performance on oxidized or contaminated surfaces. Used also for buttering and sealing as required in step B of the quench weld process. Procedure. Something weld area, use of X Super something trode recommended. Use AC or DC reverse polarity. Very arc gap between short and medium to suit the arc should be directed on deposited weld metal with the electrode tilted slightly in the direction of travel. Use the beading technique only, do not weave. Weld short 1 inch to 4 inch long beads, back whipping each crater. Break the arc over deposited weld metal, remove all slag by chipping and brushing. Characteristics: non-conductive something coating prevents side arcing, greatly aids welding in tight corners and deep holes. Weld metal cracking tendencies are greatly minimized since deposits, although unmachinable, are lower in carbon content. Nickel-free deposits color matched cast iron and will oxidize in similar fashion. Tensile strength 60,000 pounds. Recommended amperages: range, size of 1/8 inch. Diameter rod with your 6 thick sections, heavy buildup multipass. They recommended a 105 to 125 amp range. Thin sections out of position 70 to 95 with the 5/32 rods. You've got a 130 to 150 on the thick metal and 95 to 120 on thin metal. Manufacturer: Eutectic Corporation, 40-41 72nd Street, Flushing, New York, 11385. A member of the Eutectic+Castolin Association of Independent Accredited Licenses. Eutectic Corporation, 1974. Something trademark, printed in USA, PUR 205 1-C4. Why is my camera going wonky? Come on. There we go. Caution: welding may produce fumes and gases hazardous to health. Avoid breathing these fumes and gases. Use adequate ventilation. See American National Standard Z 49.1 Safety in Welding and Cutting, published in the American Welding Society. There's a side. Other side's the same. Here's the top. 10 pounds of it. Eutectic+Castolin EutecTrode 27 AC/DC for gray cast iron, non-conductive coating, non-machinable, 1/8 inch diameter, 10 pounds. Quality control numbers 14197710002. Rods themselves. Actually, you know what? I already took the seal off this. This was still sealed. These all came from stock of rods I found on eBay. There must have been some old store or shop or something. Just shelves of them, all sorts of different kinds of Eutectic brand rods, unopened for years. Right there on the side, Eutectic 27 AC/DC. Oopsie. 3 red bands on the top, 3 yellow in the middle. Got a dark flux on there. Only issue being, I don't have any cast iron to weld with. Dad said my uncle, I think my uncle, my great uncle, has a cast iron Berber chair that he's welded. So that'd be something. All in all, it's pretty interesting. Have to give them a run then. I'll leave a link in the description where you can find these. They actually still manufacture them. Eutectic Corporation does a lot of unique of rods of like their own manufacture. Very interesting. Lots of stuff on there. On eBay, where I got them, the seller seems to only sell stuff once in a while. They don't often have things up for sale. Otherwise, I would link that. It was like a one-time bid thing I got. So yeah, pretty interesting.